For years, memberships were mostly associated with a few industries: gyms, warehouse stores, airlines, maybe a premium credit card. But now memberships are everywhere. Coffee shops have memberships. Fast food chains have memberships. Retail stores push paid loyalty programs. Streaming services bundle premium tiers. Even companies that once sold simple products now want customers paying monthly fees. And many consumers are starting to ask the same question. Why is every business suddenly obsessed with memberships? Because businesses discovered something incredibly valuable. Memberships create predictable revenue. And in today's economy, predictability matters more than ever. For decades, most businesses depended heavily on one-time purchases. A customer bought something once, and the company had to convince them to come back later. That created uncertainty. Businesses never fully knew when customers would return, how much they would spend, or whether they would leave for competitors. Memberships changed that completely. Instead of relying on occasional purchases, companies create systems where customers pay continuously, monthly, yearly, automatically. That steady stream of recurring payments gives businesses something they love: financial stability. Investors love recurring revenue because it makes businesses easier to predict. A company with millions of paying members can forecast future income much more confidently than a company relying entirely on unpredictable purchases. That is one reason subscription-based businesses became so valuable over the last decade. Predictable cash flow protects profits. And after years of economic uncertainty, corporations are prioritizing stability more aggressively than ever. This is why memberships are spreading across industries that never used them before. Retailers realized memberships increase customer loyalty. Restaurants realized memberships increase repeat visits. Streaming companies realized subscriptions reduce customer churn. Businesses discovered that once customers start paying regularly, they are much more likely to stay connected long-term. Because memberships change customer psychology. When people pay for membership benefits, they feel pressure to use the service enough to justify the cost. That encourages repeat spending. A customer with a coffee membership visits more often. A retail member shops more frequently. A streaming subscriber keeps browsing because they already pay monthly. Businesses understand this behavior extremely well. The membership itself becomes a habit-building system, and habits are incredibly profitable. Amazon Prime is one of the clearest examples. At first, Prime mainly offered faster shipping, but over time, Amazon added streaming, music, cloud storage, discounts, and other services into the membership. Why? Because the more benefits customers use, the harder it becomes to leave. The membership creates ecosystem lock-in. Customers feel connected not just to one product, but to an entire system. Other companies noticed how successful this strategy became. Now businesses everywhere are trying to build their own versions of membership ecosystems. Retail chains offer premium rewards programs. Fast food apps push exclusive member deals. Airlines bundle travel perks into subscription systems. Even grocery stores now increasingly lock lower prices behind loyalty memberships. And there is another reason memberships became so attractive: data. Membership programs allow businesses to track customer behavior in enormous detail. What people buy, how often they shop, what promotions work best, what times they spend most, what products keep them engaged. That information helps businesses personalize marketing, optimize pricing, and predict future behavior. In many cases, the customer data itself becomes just as valuable as the membership fees. Technology companies especially understand this. The more businesses know about customer habits, the easier it becomes to increase retention and spending over time. Artificial intelligence is accelerating this trend too. AI systems improve when companies collect more behavioral data. Membership ecosystems give businesses constant streams of information that help algorithms predict what customers are likely to buy, watch, or engage with next. That predictive power has become extremely valuable. Another major reason businesses push memberships is competition. Modern markets are overcrowded. Consumers have endless choices in almost every industry. Companies know customers can switch brands quickly if there is no emotional or financial reason to stay loyal. Memberships create friction against leaving. Once customers accumulate rewards, perks, streaks, discounts, or exclusive access, switching to competitors becomes psychologically harder. Businesses want customers to feel invested. That investment creates retention, and retention protects profits. This is especially important because customer acquisition has become extremely expensive online. Advertising costs continue rising across social media, search engines, and digital platforms. Businesses spend huge amounts trying to attract new customers. Memberships help reduce that problem by keeping existing customers engaged longer. But there is another reason memberships are spreading everywhere. Businesses are becoming less interested in selling products alone and more interested in selling ongoing relationships. A one-time sale creates temporary revenue. A membership creates continuous revenue. And continuous revenue makes businesses feel safer during uncertain economic conditions. This is why even industries built around ownership are moving toward membership models. Cars increasingly include subscription features. Software shifted heavily toward monthly payments. Fitness equipment now often requires memberships to unlock functionality. Entertainment became entirely subscription-driven. Companies realize long-term access models often generate more profit than traditional ownership sales. At the same time, many consumers are starting to experience subscription fatigue. People now manage dozens of recurring payments every month. Streaming services, music apps, cloud storage, retail memberships, food subscriptions, fitness apps, delivery services. The costs quietly accumulate over time. And some consumers feel businesses are intentionally designing systems that are difficult to cancel or easy to forget about. That frustration is growing. But from a corporate perspective, memberships solve multiple business problems at once. They increase loyalty, generate predictable revenue, improve data collection, strengthen ecosystems, reduce customer turnover, and protect profitability during uncertain times. That combination is extremely powerful. And perhaps the biggest reason every business is suddenly pushing memberships is this. Modern companies no longer want occasional customers. They want permanent customers. Businesses are trying to build systems where consumers remain connected indefinitely through recurring payments, habits, rewards, and convenience. Because in today's economy, long-term customer dependence is often more valuable than the product itself. And that is exactly why memberships are quietly becoming one of the most important business strategies spreading across nearly every industry in America right now.